Glenn is cuckoo for hockey pucks.
This is my stress relief.
If you're not watching hockey, you're playing it.
And Diana freaks for fitness.
I've always, been the chubby girl.
But they're both feeling the burn.
I don't watch the game.
I think you're overreacting.
Will a new baby put out the fire?
Gonna have to clean the pipes a lot.
Or will this mama totally melt?
Sorry.
Diana and Glenn used to play hard and party hard. But will the arrival of a new baby stop all the games? Or have they just begun? Our panel of birthday experts will be watching closely. Relationship expert and writer Josie Vogels. Author and mother of 4, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who was always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Walkoff. When Diana and Glenn met, they were each other's web dream.
I saw her profile. I sent her a few emails and never got any replies.
Yeah, you stalked me.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Glenn kept on stalking until Diana finally caved and they met for a date.
He's much better looking in person.
And there was instant chemistry, and it was meant to be.
So they got hitched, found their suburban oasis, and then it was all aboard the yuppie party bus.
Had a bottle of wine,
More
a wine tour.
So there was more drinking.
Had a bottle of wine. First
More
anniversary.
drinking. Glenn and Julia's party.
Had a bottle of wine.
Until a certain someone crashed the party.
Next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call at work, and she told me that she was pregnant at that time. She took me totally by surprise. Yeah.
And now they've stopped seeing each other through wine-colored glasses.
He's got this routine now where he comes home and we have dinner and we go downstairs and boom, there's a laptop with his hockey pool and boom, there's the TV channel with hockey on. And I'm like, is this what you're gonna do when Taylor gets here? Because I'll lose it if you do that.
Now, what about you, Diana? What turns your crank,
Before I got pregnant, I was running 10Ks and teaching fitness classes, sometimes 3 times a day. Body image is very huge for me. Growing up, I've always, been the chubby girl. So when I hit my 20s, I said, forget it, I'm not gonna be the chubby girl anymore. So some women lose weight when they're in their first trimester. I didn't. I pretty much gained all my weight in my first trimester. I can't believe what I look like right now, but I keep telling myself it's all worth it in the end.
But her most challenging race is about to start.
We're gonna do C-section. Just because I've acquired actually gestational diabetes in my last 4 weeks of pregnancy. One of the results of gestational is a big baby. So, hence me not wanting to push out a 10-pound baby girl.
Ouch!
Yeah, it kind of hit me today. I was talking to my sister, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a mom.
Are you ready?
What about if I feel them cut me?
Well, you just have to deal with it, I guess. Don't have a choice.
I guess I don't, eh?
No.
Because it's not you that they're cutting open.
That's true.
He's so chillaxed about everything. Whereas I tend to worry a bit more, and he'll say to me, why are you worrying about it? Hasn't happened yet.
Diana's great. She's going through very typical reactions of a first-time mom. She's a little bit worried about how dad's going to react to this. He's not living it. We know this, right? The woman lives the pregnancy for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can't unstrap it for even 5 minutes.
I think he could stand to be a little more supportive, to say, well, you're just going to have to deal with it when they cut you open.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe, you might want to just be a little more sympathetic and empathetic with me.
I'm going to be watching really, really closely to look for evidence that Glenn is with the program.
That'd be nice, but for now, Glenn's far from the program.
Okay, I love you. I'm gonna miss you.
Because his job has landed him in Japan, and Diana's due date is dangerously close.
I'm feeling pretty sad and scared. Hoping nothing will happen during the time that he's gone. Crossing my fingers, my toes, my legs.
You wanna see how big I am now?
Yeah, let's see how big she's gotten.
Okay. You're gonna be in for a shock.
Wow, she is getting big.
No.
Just wish I could be back home. Yeah, only 2 more weeks.
I got
Everything
your...
okay at the house?
Yes, the house is fine.
Okay.
Don't
just
worry,
checking
don't worry.
in.
I haven't burnt anything down.
Okay.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, have a good night. Mwah.
Mwah.
Luckily, baby Taylor hung on until the end. And today, she's come home and everybody is there to greet her. Most importantly, Daddy made it.
Glenn did make it back for the birth of his first daughter, so we're happy about that.
Whew, that's a relief. But the C-section did a number on this new mama.
Because of the pain, I was on Tylenol 3. So when I was she got my breast milk. So the codeine, and my doctor says the codeine, like she might be getting some of the codeine, which is why she's sleeping all the time. So I stopped that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just deal with the pain.
And you'd think it would be the last thing on a new mom's mind, but...
I know, I asked the doctor yesterday, I'm like, so as far as birth control goes, because...
Birth control? Wow.
Can I take the pill? She's like, not really.
Oh, there you
Like,
go.
well, time to buy some condoms.
Lenny? Please. She can't have any birth control, so...
Ooh, yeah, thanks, Mom. Great, yeah, thanks.
Gonna have to clean the pipes a lot.
And it seems Diana expects to jerk right back into shape.
I think now that she's here and I'll have about 6 weeks to recover, then I'll get back into teaching again and just getting back into my own routine because it kind of identifies with who I am.
Own routine, mom, child, doesn't usually happen. It's great that she has plans. I hope that she adjusts well to the fact that it is not her own routine. It's the baby's routine, and she has to slot things in where she can.
I do think it's important to at least have a sense that you want to strive for that and that it's not just going to be all about baby, and I'm going to lose myself. He's already said body image is a big issue for her. That's going to be something that's going to really weigh on her, so to speak, if she doesn't confront that and deal with it.
It's been 1 week since the birth. It's 10 a.m. and Diana is in bed sleeping off the effects of her C-section. And with Glenn off for 6 weeks, what the heck? Game on.
Now, Mummy's gonna kill me, but...
But Diana has a sixth sense. Oh, hi, honey.
Okay.
Just sit her up a bit more.
She's fine. She's eating, isn't she?
Do you eat lying down?
I don't feed from a bottle.
It's bugging me the way you're feeding her.
Well, we're feeding her just fine. Right, Taylor? We have no problem when we eat, do we?
I'll just sit here.
What's a hockey game without a fight?
We don't need to be supervised.
Sometimes I think you do, because I can hear her whimpering. You don't pick her up right away.
She doesn't need to be picked up every time she whimpers.
Ooh.
Yes, she does.
Why?
Because you can't spoil a newborn.
Yeah? So
That's their way of telling you that
if you can't spoil a newborn, then you can't unspoil a newborn either.
Whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you're always right.
The quicker you figure that out, the better off we'll be.
But I'm just telling you what I've been reading, and that they should probably sit up a bit more when they're eating, so that they don't spit up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was there anything you didn't read that wasn't right?
I'm just trying to educate myself. Maybe you should do it. Maybe you should read the books that I have.
She'll show him, because this game is going into a shootout.
I think I know what's wrong with her.
Why do you think something's wrong with her?
Because she spits up a lot,
Yeah?
and she's obviously not finishing her bottle.
Well, she's tired. She just went to sleep.
No, but every time she spits up, she feels like I can see her struggling, like she's in pain. She probably has acid reflux.
Acid reflux.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that conclusion?
Well, I was just looking it up on the internet.
It can't be just the fact that she's just a baby and she's spewing up.
Yeah, that too.
What, you think I'm overreacting?
I think you're overreacting, yes.
Well, I'm gonna go get the thermometer. I'm gonna take her temperature.
Diana's itching to prove Glenn wrong.
If you wake her up, I'll kill you.
Oh, be quiet. Okay.
Did you turn it on?
Yeah, 36.9.
And what's she supposed to be?
This is between 34 and 36.
Yeah, so do you want to take her to the hospital or you want
Why do you have to be a smart... Seriously. No, seriously. Why do you have to be a smart ass?
Well, she checks out. She's got good temperature.
I'm just concerned for our daughter, aren't
Okay.
you?
Do you think you're over-exaggerating or
No,
not?
I don't.
No?
No.
This is not a cause to be concerned.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing. I told you, when she sleeps, you should be sleeping.
I have a great idea. I can solve most of their problems. We have to cut off internet service to their house. That way he can't watch the game and she can't check out symptoms on the internet.
No, I just find that their whole exchange was so typical of the tired new mom and the overprotective. She's done all the reading, and his response is a little more cavalier. He does need to empathize with her more, and she needs to back off. And I think the only good thing out of that whole situation was at no time did she say, oh, give me the baby, I'll do it. Because that's an even bigger mistake, I think, when the mom just sort of then takes over the whole thing.
But
she's still letting him do it.
There you go.
There you go.
Done.
The next day, with their penalty served, the couple team up to fill out Taylor's birth certificate.
Check the box that applies to your current marital status.
Divorced.
Yeah, very soon.
You checked off no.
Enter the date you were married, which was 2000.
You better remember the
Well,
date.
hold on. It's on my ring, so.
You have to look on your ring to remember.
Well, that's why we engraved it.
Oh my
2006. Right?
Yep. Right. With that taken care of, Mama needs her rest. But Glenn has 100 channels with his name on it. Not again.
Let me get your bottle, all right? Hi, hey, what are you doing up?
Well, I heard her fussing, and
Okay.
I thought I knew she's probably hungry anyway,
thank you.
so I thought I'd bring you her bottle and her burpee.
Go to bed, get some rest. Gonna turn the TV on before I start to feed her.
Well, watch your daughter, don't watch the game.
But Diana wants to do some watching of her own.
What are you still doing up?
Well, I heard her, so I can't sleep.
Okay, well, no excuses when you said you're tired then.
Just remember who gets more sleep.
That's because I sleep when I'm supposed to.
But you get a full 8 hours. I don't.
You signed up for the 24-hour job.
Oh, whatever.
See, Mommy thinks she knows everything. When I know everything.
After the game, Glenn settles into bed. But for Mom, her game goes into overtime. The next morning, Diana needs a little time out from Glenn, so she takes baby Taylor to meet the gals at work. But hang on, sister, none of that, because Diana's been given strict orders not to work out for 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, here come Sasha and Melissa. Oh, I miss you guys. Oh, I miss you guys. Sasha? You look good.
You do look really
I
good.
still have lots of weight to lose.
You
but
look good.
Thank you.
Today was kind of nice seeing everybody again. It felt really good. Sorry. Feel silly. But I guess I really missed the wife.
Oh boy, I would be a lot happier if I'd ever seen Glenn express the same emotions to Diana as her buddies at the Y did.
Yeah.
To me, it just sort of reinforces my suspicion that he didn't know very much where she really lived. Now they're together, now they have a family. She lives with her friends. Like, there's something good happening with those women at the Y that's not happening at home.
It does seem to me that there is definitely some lack of that in her relationship.
Where's this?
She, maybe by going into her old environment, has realized just how much her life has changed, and she can't really go back to it. And that's hard when you leave work and all of a sudden you're at home. You're not the person you used to be. Really reminded her what lifestyle she traded in.
It's been 2 weeks since Taylor's birth. Today, Glenn's mother and 2 sisters have come over to join Diana's offense, because Dad's in the penalty box.
The other night, I said, I need help, I need help.
Whoa,
He rolls me out of the bed.
You told me to roll you out of bed.
He rolled me out of the bed. I still need sleep at night, just because I'm getting it during the day.
Put those probes on him and zap him in the middle of the night when it's time to get up.
You tell him, sis.
We have the baby monitor in the room, so any little whimper out of Taylor, she's up automatically, right? I don't hear it.
He doesn't
She's up
hear it.
already. She's up already.
And he thinks I'm just being paranoid.
What am I supposed to do if I'm asleep already and she's up? Then why am I gonna get up?
But that's the point. The point is you don't hear her. That's
Okay, but what do you want me to do if I'm asleep?
Well, that's why
I can't subconsciously
No, but
tell
that's
myself,
why I
oh,
nudged-
you gotta get up.
See,
You're gonna have to roll me out of bed.
All right, then that's done deal.
All right.
Boy, are you getting rolled.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have a black eye going in and feeding my baby.
After that beating, Glenn is getting the puck out of there. With Glenn out of the house, his mother and sister now put the pressure on Diana.
Gonna be your one and only child, but then you started saying our babies, so I think now, after seeing Taylor, you changed your mind, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. It takes a year
I have to
get the
recover.
name.
I have to recover.
No. Yeah, but we don't have many.
She's
you
definitely worth it.
Name
No,
now,
I
you
know.
That
I
Glenn's
know.
the only one. You don't want to be the only child in this family, do you, Taylor? You want to what?
Nice. She's saying, you know what she's saying.
You want to be your sister.
You know what? Leave my mom alone.
I mean, the whole thing about wanting more kids, I think that's just very old school and very, you know, traditional, and they're just all having a very typical hen party.
Exactly. It is kind of a bit much to start talking about the next baby, I have to say. That is very intrusive. I would find an issue with that.
When couples play out their conflict with other people and tell other people everything that's wrong, it's just so passive aggressive.
They're talking at, around, through each other. Nobody's talking to each other. Therefore, how can they arrange to make anything work right? One person is not able to say, you know, I need A, B, and C, and the second one says, I can give you A and B, but not C. There's no negotiation, there's no discussion. There's just, well, you said, well, I said, well, you were up and I was up, and enough already.
It's been 3 weeks since the birth, and despite doctor's orders, Diana's got the itch.
Better hurry up before you wake up.
Oh boy.
Sweating already. That's okay. That's good for me, right?
Yeah, not so much.
Try another notch. Come on, pump your arms.
That's it, Taylor. You got it. While Diana's running out of breath, Glenn is out with his buddies, letting off some steam. Wings, hockey, beer. Oh yeah, baby, good. Wife, yeah.
So how's Di handling the motherhood?
She's researching pretty much every disease you could possibly think of that she might have. She thinks she has acid reflux because she spits up a little bit, and you know, some things are better left unsaid. I just shut my mouth and
Walk away.
walk away.
Boy power. But Diana's all powered out. It's no rest for a worrywart because now it's her mother's turn to visit.
How are you? Hey, Mommy. How are you?
And bring a little advice.
She fusses a lot, and I don't know what's bugging her. Like, I just worry, that's all.
Well, that's normal, but let it get to you, honey.
Do you go check if when she's sleeping?
All the time, all the time. If I don't hear a noise in a while, I go check, because I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Like, yeah, what's the matter? So I'll rock her, and she falls asleep, and then I'll put her in her crib, and I'll back out of the room. I don't even turn around, like, back out, so I don't, you know? I go lay down, and not even 2 minutes, she knows I'm not there, because I go pick her up. Guess what? She falls back asleep.
Well, she's smart. She knows.
Well, is she spoiled already? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she is.
But how can you spoil a baby?
You don't like that too?
No.
Okay.
He lets her fuss for a bit. Because he's like, let her, just leave her alone. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
And is she?
Yeah.
See?
Bye, love you.
Later that evening, Glenn is at the top of his game. But Diana needs to sit this one out.
I don't feel good at all. My side hurts.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, like what kind of pain?
I don't know. It's just an achy kind of pain.
Around your stitches?
Yeah, like down here.
Can't imagine what would cause that.
You want to lay down?
Yeah. I think I just maybe overdoing it a bit.
Yeah.
She's just very in the norm to really push herself when she's doing her workouts. And she doesn't tell me, but I know what's going on in the background.
Getting on a treadmill 3 weeks after major abdominal surgery.
She's missing her old life. She's missing her old body. She's missing her old job. She wants to be the Diana she was before, and she's taking risks to get there, unfortunately.
Glenn did step up a little bit there. At least when she came down, he was kind to her and compassionate. And I'd like to see more of that from Glenn.
I actually think it would be better if Glenn could do some direct fetching to Diana. If he could say, instead of wasting it on his friends at the bar, all the conversations are going on with the wrong people.
Yeah, no, I agree. And they do need to sit down. He needs to say, we're struggling. This is us.
And on the spoiling.
And he needs to take as much responsibility. It's two people, it takes two to tango, it's a dynamic.
Fair enough.
And they need to pull it apart and figure out what's going wrong.
It's been 6 weeks since the birth, and today is a big day for Diana.
For those of you who don't know me, my name's Diana, and I've been away for a little while. I had a baby girl, so this is my first class back, so bear with me.
Oh, this class didn't know what they were getting into. Diana's back with a vengeance.
I'm completely out of breath and I feel like I'm totally out of shape, but I feel really good. It's really good to be back. Nice job, you guys.
Not only does Diana want to get some of her old life back and feel, you know, her work is her exercise, which is fantastic, but it's also giving her something else to think about.
What that means is that she's not starving emotionally anymore. She has her identity back, she can work on her body, and her feeling better almost certainly means that they can at least go out on a date and have some drinks and have a nice time together.
You know, I think that it'll only get better.
Diana's not the only one who's working up a sweat.
I'll try and help out Diana as much as I can. I know, like, instead of just sitting around and maybe watching the game, you know, just getting up, doing some laundry, getting up, cooking dinner, or doing some chores around the house. So every little bit helps.
How little?
He has helped out more so than in the first couple weeks.
That's all he needed to hear. Game on.
I didn't really think that, you know, there were major, huge problems here that were going to rip this couple apart. I mean, they were very intense. They had a big challenge. They had a baby in a relationship that maybe hadn't had those kinds of challenges in terms of communication. I think over time, you know, she's mellowing out a bit more, and those things are going to iron themselves out. You can already see it happening.
What I'm also glad to see is he hasn't given up his hockey. I know that sounds like a weird thing, and my husband is saying, what are you talking about? Anyway, but it's a good thing he hasn't given it up. So I think, you know, they're both they are finding their own routines with a baby, which I really applaud. It's hard to do with a new baby.
It's been 7 weeks since the birth. This evening, Glenn's parents are taking care of baby Taylor. Because tonight, constant rivals Diana and Glenn are taking their battle up a notch. Way, way up.
Game on. Let's see how those workouts have been doing.
Well, Glenn, you talk the talk. Time to climb the rock.
Good job, baby. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. Honey, I'm impressed. I'm scared now.
Didn't I tell you I was on the movie Cliffhanger?
What's a pesky wall when you just had a baby?
And clock is ticking. There you go. It's like steps. You got it.
Woo! Looks like everyone's a winner.
As soon as Taylor came into the picture, I feel like we're more of a team now than we were before.
I think my life, our life together is amazing. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better. You know, I have a great family, I have awesome friends, I have a great husband, I have a beautiful daughter, and I'm very happy. Sorry.
You can go watch your little game now, Glenn.